What's up everyone, this is Jeff Carmen with France Building Services. You know, one of the questions that I'm asked most often during the sales process is this: how long will it take your company to get started cleaning our facility? In this video, we will answer that question and provide some tips to make the transition to another cleaning vendor much easier. So there are a variety of reasons why you may find it necessary to make a change in a custodial vendor. Unfortunately, the most common reason for change tends to be poor performance. In other words, we find most companies making a change because they are dissatisfied with the work of their current cleaning vendor. So once you've decided to make a change, it's time to start preparing for the transition. So in a perfect world, you would provide your current vendor with a reasonable notice of termination, and they would honor that part of the agreement until your new vendor is ready to start. So let's answer the original question: how long does it take a new janitorial service provider to get started in your facility? Well, the short answer is normally about 30 days. During this 30-day period, your new cleaning vendor will be performing two very important startup processes. So the first process is building the team that will actually provide the service at your facility. There's a common misconception that companies in our industry have this large pool of cleaning team members ready to start work almost immediately. Well, that's simply not the case. Unlike temporary employment agencies, we start our recruiting process only after we have acquired a new client. As such, it takes a few weeks to recruit, interview, and screen applicants, perform onboarding activities, and spend an appropriate amount of time training these new team members. The second process is the development of a working operations plan. This process involves the labeling of all of the spaces in your facilities, learning the workflow of your facility, and then developing a timed work plan for each team member. Again, this process usually takes about 30 days to complete. So, in a perfect world, you would provide a 30-day termination of service notification to your current vendor, and they would honor their service agreement until the new company is in place. Well, unfortunately, it usually doesn't work out this well. We have actually seen vendors who simply walk off the job once they've been given a termination notice. So, here are a few things that you can do to prepare for the transition. The first and best step is to talk with your new vendor and ask them if they can provide transitional service before the actual start date. This transitional service would likely be a scaled down version of the full service. If they are unable to provide transitional service, another proactive step is to contact a local temporary employment agency, letting them know of your potential need. Find out how quickly they can provide temporary labor to provide this transitional service. With these two proactive steps taken, it's time to simply talk with your current vendor and remind them of their obligation to serve you through the end of the service agreement. Remind them that how they finish up this agreement will have a bearing on future opportunities to work with your company. So that's it. If you're planning on making a change in your custodial vendor, you will likely have a 30-day transition window to consider. Having a plan during this time will help save a lot of headaches and get your new vendor off on the right foot. Thanks for watching.